Hey everybody, this is Dave. Just want to go over a couple quick things with you. Let's start with the TF and the NQ split screen chart here. Today's high in the TF was 1192.2 and the low today was way down here at 1175.6. So your TF daily low, 1175.6, and your high today, 1192.2. The reason you want to know those levels tomorrow and even overnight, these are strong support and resistance levels. So I always want to know where my previous day high and low is. The gap for the TF tomorrow is 1191.4. Let's go to the NQ here. Today's high on the NQ, 3709.5. And the low was way down here at 3661.5. So the NQ made a low today, 3661.5. And a high of 3709.5. Tomorrow's gap for the NQ, 3706 3/4. All right, let's go to our daily charts. This is a daily, but it is a 3-year daily of the ES. Y'all seen this chart before. If you remember, 1846.5 was strong resistance since the first of the year. Finally made it over. It came back down through it a couple times. This last few weeks, I guess, it's gotten above it a pretty good amount. So now, if it does pull back to 46.5, that should be good support. Still have the same longer term targets up here that we talked about previously, 1956 and 2030. All right, today's daily ES action, you can see here this candle, big drop in the morning, came down to first support. First support held for a while, it gave away, dropped on down to second support, and about 2 ticks, maybe 1 3/4 ticks under second support, and then got a real nice push off of the second support level on the daily. That one candle right there, today's candle, is 15 1/4 points from low to high, 15 1/4 points. Your TF did basically the same thing. First support held for a while, dropped on down here to second support. Now, you can see the TF dropped under second support about 6 points, 5.5, 6 points. I put a little yellow arrow right there, and that's what brought this down this far. You see there's a body gap between March the 3rd and March the 4th. This gap is at 1175.7. The low of this candle today was 1175.6. So it came down to the gap, the open gap, 1 tick under it, and then got a nice pop off of there. That candle has a range of 16.7 points. All right, let's go to the NQ. Basically the same scenario. Drop down to first support, drop down to second support. 60, let's see, second support 3670. It dropped to 61 and change. So you would have got stopped out on this if you'd have tried to enter here. Well, you might not have, depending on what type of stock you use, or if you're a swing trader, you'd have been fine. This thing popped and gave you 48.5 points in that whole candle from low to high. Next is the YM. YM was fairly quiet today, relatively speaking to everything else, and it is still between support and resistance. The dollar had a range today of 31.5 cents, I believe it was, so it's between support and resistance. And here is our comparison chart for the day. Right here where you see my cursor, right there at 6 o'clock, that's where the futures market opened last night at 6. You can see your major indice futures here, your YM, your ES, your NQ, and your TF. You can see they were all slanted down overnight till about 9:45 this morning. And then we got that pop at the open. Well, actually, we got a drop at the open, and then a pop, and then a drop. The open was crazy this morning. Okay, that's it. Remember your numbers tomorrow for the TF and the NQ, your high, low, and your gap. Y'all have a good night. Again, my name is Dave, also known as the Fib Doctor. You can find me at thefibdoctor.com. You can find me at stocktwits.com as the Fib Doctor. Here's one place you won't find me. You will not find me in a trade without a stop-loss order in place. Y'all have a good night. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later.